Hi everyone and welcome to Studio de Sol. My name is Lina and in today's video I would like to share with you my creative process of making this wall art. And here's what I'm going to be using. It's going to be the wooden base, and also I'm using this air flower clay that I haven't used before. I've tried to make the flowers out of it, but I really cannot get a hang of it. So this is the reason why I'm creating this wall art. I just want to use up this clay. I was worried that it's going to get dry already. After unpacking the clay, I'm again warming it up. It's a little bit stiff and hard to work in the beginning, but as I'm going over with the rolling pin, it's getting warmer and it's getting easier to work with and to flatten it. It took me maybe a good 10 minutes to flatten it on a 5mm thickness. And I wasn't going for a perfect rectangular shape. I was just stretching the clay and making sure that approximately the width of the entire piece is the same. And when the entire piece of clay is flat enough, I start attaching it to the wooden base. And as I'm applying the clay to the wood, I'm creating some folds. And when I was proceeding further, I realized that I don't really like how it's looking on the wood base. So I decided to remove the wooden base. And instead of that, I decided to use the ring from the baking tray and kind of pushed all of the edges of the clay inside, so it shrank a little bit more and became smaller. And after that, I just gently removed that from the table and added on top of the wooden base just to dry, because at this point I wasn't sure if I want to keep the wooden base or not. And I left this clay to dry for like a night. As for the wooden base, I decided to cover it with epoxy resin, and I mixed different colors, pink and purple, and let it sit and cure for 24 hours. Next day, the clay was almost dry. The bottom was slightly moist, but just a little bit. And also you can see that as clay was drying, it also got that little bit of the translucent effect, and it became more yellow. First, I attached it to epoxy resin base by adding just clear epoxy on the back of it. And I could have kept it already like that, and I think it would be cute as well, because here would be like different textures, the glazy surface of epoxy resin and matte surface of the clay. But something told me to cover that with another layer of epoxy resin, and I added a little bit of the pink. And then using the brush, I was going over each and every fold, making sure that the resin getting everywhere. And then when the clay was covered, I also added the rest of the resin on top on the base, so it's kind of making one layer. And then again, I let it dry for 24 hours, and here's my final result. And this is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we see each other in the next video.